And spawning in the top right-hand corner of ley lines, we have the red Zerg player. We have the red Zerg, the runner-up of Fire Cup number 4. We'll see if he can get his revenge. It is Wayne. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the oh my god. Let's go. We're going for 13-12. We have the reigning champion of Fire Cup number 4. We'll see if history repeats itself as he goes as he opens up with a 13-12. It is YoungYakov. I expect this to be a short series, by the way. So you know what? We might be able to catch some UD Soldier after this best of 2. It's possible. We could cast it all, Pappy. We could cast it all. But here we go. The 13-12 is upon us. A very aggressive build here by YoungYakov. Wayne across the map going for a hatch first. Okay, so far so good for YoungYakov. Now this is not an insta-win by any means. Hatch gas pool can defend against anything, depending on the control of the players, of course. The control, the micro, how they do respond, and when they scout what's going on as well, to give them some time to prepare mentally, physically, emotionally for what's to come. As here we go, Lings are going to be amassing. Is going to be very committed here. With this earlier gas, that means Ling speed, and we're going to be staying in gas, which means Baneling. So 13-12 means Ling Flood with Banelings alongside it, and the goal here is not just to break down the natural, but to break your opponents entirely, to break Wayne. Let's go. A lot of this will come down to the Baneling connections. As YoungYakov moves out, as we were talking about Banelings, there it is. There's that Baneling nest we did mention. So Banelings are going to be on the horizon. Here we go. As YoungYakov does move out. Does move out across the map. The hatchery is now done. He also intentionally tried to avoid the overlords as well, and was successful in doing so. The Lings have arrived, and the first drone, is not going to go down. Last Wayne, he has to evacuate the natural. Natural taking a lot of hits. Bailey's going to be on the way. The boys are being pulled. Wayne is going to try to save this. And where are those Banelings? There we go. Banelings now morphing in. Spine crawl on the low ground. Bold move here by Wayne. Going to try and hold on to the natural. Oh, nice drone drilling though. Takes down a good chunk of Lings. Likewise, though, Wayne also bleeds out Lings himself. Queens are on the horizon. With the arrival of the Queens here, he should be able to hold on. Still going to be close though. Still going to be close. Getting us around. Banelings welding in. Up. Zoning back the army. Oh, and the Banelings, they get spent on the Queen and on the Spine Crawler. Aye. Not the best connections for the Banelings. As they do waddle in towards the main. Oh, another Baneling goes down to 1. These have not been the best connections. Have not been the best. You don't want to waste those Banelings, and once again, another connection. Boys are being pulled, and Wayne, he holds. He does hold. He defends the main base. The Spine Crawler is done, and Wayne is up on bases. He's up on drones. Wayne is miles ahead. Whew. He is miles ahead. The Lings, they do get another drone, but look at the trades here. 3 drones, 1 Queen, 8 Lings for everything. And again, looking at the worker counts here, YoungYakov, he's down 6 workers. And, we'll see how he can try to bounce back in this game. So, oh my god. Okay. Potential. Banelings are morphing in. Wayne otherwise distracted. YoungYakov trying to keep Wayne's attention here at the natural. But as I mentioned before, a lot of it did come down to the Baneling connections. Banelings are going to be waddling in. Wayne trying to distract. He gets in. No reaction. Ooh, massive connection. 9 drone kills. Oh my god. And with that in one fell swoop, YoungYakov, he takes a worker lead. He's even on bases, down on Queens. He wants another drone. And up. Oh my, clutch transfuse. The transfuse. Let's go. Wayne is holding. Wayne, he's holding on. He's down in workers, but again, he has his own advantages, specifically when it comes to Queens. But Wayne has no link speed. He has no link speed. He has no Baneliness either. Wayne should be staying on 2 bases, going for a Roach Warren and playing 2-base Roach. YoungYakov goes for the Lair. Okay, so both players are playing 2-base. Do we go 2-base Roach, or YoungYakov has the option. With the fast Lair, he could even go into 2-base Meter for map control, and then take his own third and play macro from there. Ling Scout is attempted to be denied. Lings, they do try to step in. Oh, but they are denied. They do not get into the main, which means, more importantly, Wayne doesn't know that there's a lair on the way. Does not know about the lair. Likewise, though, he also saw the lack of production at the wall, which is a little bit telling. There should be a Roach Warren here. There should be a Roach Warren, just like how Wayne has one himself. But there is none. So that is very suspect. Yep, double gas. 2 gases being taken, 4 gases in total. Show us the Spire, show us the mutas. It has to be 2 base muta here from YoungYakov. Oh, my apologies. My apologies. There it is. The Spire is on the way. I apologize if it did say Milky Cow there for a while. I forgot to change it. So my apologies. But I did have to adjust the UI because Milky Cow is playing under a different ID in game. But that's why that was the case. So I do apologize. As Wayne is taking another expansion, moving up with Ling Roach. And YoungYakov, sure, he's going in, he's trying to go into mutas, but here comes the counterattack from Wayne. He's going to try and knock down YoungYakov before he can really embrace muta tech. We have a wall of spine crawlers on the way, but it might just be too late. The army is here. The army has arrived. Wayne, he's going for the kill, going for the throat. Denies one of the spine crawlers. And GG gets called. Wayne, he strikes just before the mutas, and Wayne takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. A very intense game 1. Wayne will take it. And now we're calming things down and getting into game number 2. Whew. Oh my god. Again, the 13-12, I will say, was not too successful. It wasn't too successful. The Banelings in the main base was a very fortunate kind of outcome that, I mean, so much had gone right there for YoungYakov. He had distracted Wayne. He was able to slip in, able to get 9 drone kills. But if you remember, YoungYakov, he had the option, if he wanted to go into 2-base Roach himself. He could have gone for his own Roach Warren, could have gone into 2-base Roach and played it out from there, but he chose to take a risk to go into mutas instead. Alas, he was caught with his pants down, and with that, we're getting into game number 2. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the runner-up himself. So far, looking good here in the series. Can he bring down his opponents and get his revenge? It is Wayne. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Zerg player, the reigning champion. Down in the series, though. Can he bounce back? This time, not going for a 13-12. This time, calming things down and getting to a more standard opener. It is YoungYakov. Let us go. But again, I do apologize for it stating, it showing Milky Cow's name earlier. Ooh, Wayne going pool first. Okay, pool first opener out of Wayne. Very safe play. With this, it means that he has access to earlier Lings, earlier Queens, and if he was defending against something like a 13-12 or a 12 pool, then Wayne would be fine. So early pool opener. This should lead into an expansion, and typically a pool first build means 2-base Roach. The reason why this means 2-base Roach is because your gas is heavily delayed. So your gases are much more delayed here compared to the gas of your opponent. Because of that, there's gonna be these big periods in time where you wouldn't have link speed and you wouldn't have banelings. So if you have no link speed, if you have no banelings, you have no right to be out on the map. So because of this opener, Wayne should be playing 2-base. Now, I say 2-base Roach. 2-base play, as you saw, can lead into 2-base Muta potentially, as YoungYakov tried to get away with it. So Wayne could try to go 2-base Muta himself. Frostline is a larger map and a longer rush distance by ground. If we wanted to play 2-base Muta, this would be a better map for it, I would say. I would say this would be a much better map than Ley Lines. So I'm sure Wayne is tempted. I'm sure Wayne, he's tempted. He's like, mate, you want to try to 2-base Muta me? I'll show you how to 2-base Muta, Patty. It's possible. Gases are now being taken. Ling's going to be moving out across the map. It's going to be 6 Lings here. And the goal of this Ling move out is to try, ideally, to snipe like 1 or 2 workers. 1 or 2 drones. We'll see if we can get them. As Lings, they do go the long way across the map. I believe YoungYakov, he will barely miss them. Just barely. Now spots the army. Is now aware. And the boys are pulled away. Yeah, the drones, they are evacuated. Oh! Gonna be pulled back towards the main. And with good enough drone control, we should not lose any workers here. Nice around! Oh my god. Ooh, very clutch control. Is that 1 drone kill? Oh, that was 2. That should not have happened. 2 drone kills here. YoungYakov with a bit of miscontrol. And with that, Wayne does take a lead. Likewise, Wayne also snipes an overlord across the map as well. Wayne is up on drones. He's not supply blocked. He's settling into his 2 bases. Looking good. YoungYakov, Bane Bust. YoungYakov, he's behind. What does he do? He goes all in. Bane Bust here from YoungYakov. He knows that he lost too much. He knows that he's been delayed too heavily as well. It is time to just send it across the map and to attempt to end the game. So again, short series. I don't think this was the initial plan, but because of the rough start here from YoungYakov, I think this is just a result of, you know, him losing too many workers and taking too many losses. And here we go. Here comes the Link Flood. Meanwhile, Wayne is attempting to play 2-base Roach. He's walling off. He's fully walling off here as we said he would. Link speed is on the way. This is very suspect. You do not research Link speed unless you plan on Link flooding. So Wayne, he's going for his own aggression. He's flooding Links. And he's trying to hide them here in his natural. So this is a really weird game state where YoungYakov is going for a Bane Bust and Wayne is going for a Link Flood. And here we go. The Banelings are revealed. Banelings are revealed. Gonna knock down that front door. No shot, he doesn't break through. Oh my god, that was a big investment here for the Banelings. Lings, they're trying to bust on through. Alas, Lings are here to defend. Queens as well. Clutch Transfuse, Spine Call is on the way. And Roach production has begun. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Wayne. The better it is for him and Wayne. He's holding. He's holding on. He does have a Transfuse. Ooh. And he holds. He does hold on. And Yakov, he's still committed. I mean, there's nothing else he can do here. He has to commit. But the Roaches are amassing, and behind this, YoungYakov, now he's droning up. Oof, but that's late saturation here for YoungYakov. Way too much. Going for the Roach Warren. Ah, not bad. Does snipe the Roach Warren. What you see is what you get. Wayne, his Roach production is going to be delayed. And YoungYakov, he has a little bit of room here. He has some room to breathe, to drone up, and to try to expand and take a third. To try to take a third base. Link Scout does confirm. No extra gases, no lair. No extra tech from YoungYakov. Nothing yet. And here comes Wayne's move out. He's moving out. He's reinforcing with Lings. Roach Warren may not be done. Oh, okay, it was a fake out. Never mind. As Wayne has been droning. Wayne is droning up. We have a lair on the way. Basically, this move out was designed to try to force the YoungYakov to make Lings, and it worked. Extra Lings are made. And now we can just settle down and buckle in. As Wayne is building up, taking the gases. Taking his gases, getting up to all 4. From here, if Wayne wanted to, he could even go into Aspire. He could just go Muta. That is a tech option to him. Otherwise, he could just go into Roach Speed, just go into Mass Roach, and go for a big move out across the map. As YoungYakov is expanding, is taking a third. This is a sign that YoungYakov intends to macro, but as we can see, YoungYakov is going plus on melee. Plus on melee, extra gases. Lings are amassing Roaches as well. Looks like YoungYakov is cutting saturation, and he is not planning to macro. He's going for a follow-up all-in. And if Wayne drones up too much, then he's going to be caught out. Now we can see that Wayne, he's droned up to 45, but he's not making any more workers. He does scout and check the main. Okay, YoungYakov, now he's droning. Now he's droning up. Again, it's all about who drones, who doesn't. Do we ever cut worker production? The melee, the plus on melee though is telling here. Is telling. I'm still on the fence about whether or not YoungYakov intends to saturate the space. Yeah, he's not saturating. So it's just 2 base. It's just a 2 base economy for YoungYakov. This third is only for Larva. Wayne, for more or less, does know this. And Wayne, he's not droning himself either. Like, both players are staying on 2 base economies. Wayne building up more Roach Ravager. And YoungYakov going Ling Ravager instead. Does deny the third. Third base is denied. In a head-on fight to do favor Wayne. And he's waiting for his upgrades. Nice piles. Supply blocks Wayne. YoungYakov droning up. I mean, he knows he's up a base now. He's up an expansion. He can drone. YoungYakov cannot. But this means that most likely YoungYakov is going to be the one that moves out. Eventually. So still a very tense moment here. Lings, they get denied. YoungYakov trying to saturate. Droning. Wayne still making purely roach. Look at the army supply. Wayne, he's up 30 army supply. Almost 30 army supply. It's building up. As they counterattack, they do catch a queen. Queen gonna be going down. And here comes Wayne. And he has a massive army. He's looking to overwhelm. Ay. The hope here for YoungYakov, typically with a Ling Ravager based composition, is to lock down the army and then bile. Trying to catch out Wayne. Forcing him back, trying to catch reinforcements as well, but Wayne has plenty of roaches. They can hold their own. He can maintain himself, pushing up towards the ramp. Knocking down the third base. The third base is going to fall. And Wayne, he can just keep going from here. Roaches, they bust into the mineral lines. Roaches in the main, roaches at the natural. Oh, the biles. Oh, they graze the army, but no major connections. And YoungYakov is just being outscaled. He just cannot keep up. Not against this kind of army. It was just too far behind. After the failed Ling Bane bust, and GG gets called. Wayne, he will take the series 2-0. And Wayne, I believe, will finish as first place. GG. GG. GG, well played, Wayne. He gets his revenge, at least here in the best of 3 format, or best of 2 format. Takes down YoungYakov 2-0. Again, a very intense, very aggressive series here. We definitely could have seen different outcomes, especially based on game 1 and game 2. If you remember game 1, we saw that YoungYakov, he had stabilized after the initial 13-12, but he decided to go into 2-base Muta. He got punished for it. Here in game 2, we saw YoungYakov, he went for, after losing workers early on, and after getting supply blocked, he went for a Bane Bust. He went for a Bane Bust as a response, but the Bane Bust did fail. It was a failed Bane Bust. Alas, Wayne, he was able to recover from there and snowball out of control. We saw that YoungYakov attempted to keep up himself, attempted to try to bounce back, but he himself wasn't really droning too much, and his army was suffering as a result. It was just a really awkward follow-up there for YoungYakov, and Wayne was secure. It's looking good, looking solid. GG. GG, well played. Really solid play overall here from Wayne, is what I will say. And with that, I believe he does finish in first place. Does finish in first place. But the question becomes, what about everyone else? What about everyone else? Oh boy, do we have any other updates? We do. Okay, Milky Cow actually had a faster series. So Wayne takes down YoungYakov 2-0, and Milky Cow takes down Rostock 2-0 as well. Oh boy, 2 O's all around. And that means there is one series left. One series remaining here, and that is the matchup between UD Soldier and Nicaract. But because Milky Cow got the 2-0, that means Milky Cow ends with a 6-4 scoreline. Nicaract cannot really contest against that, and neither can UD Soldier. Even if UD Soldier 2-0s, he will have a 5-5 scoreline, which is not going to be high enough. Likewise, Nicaract, even if he 2-0s, he will have a 6-4 scoreline, but he did lose in the head-to-head against Milky Cow. So we have confirmation. It is going to be YoungYakov. Sorry, it's going to be Wayne as number 1, followed by YoungYakov, followed by, I believe, Milky Cow. Here we go. So we do have our confirmed top 3. Meanwhile, Nicaract and UD Soldier, they're mid-series, but again, a lot of I'm pretty sure they were heavily reliant on Milky Cow performing a little bit more poorly for them to have a chance to make it out of the groups. So GG. GG, well played. Whew. And with that, I believe we will be wrapping up our day of casting. If you want to tune into UD Soldier versus Nicaract, I believe they're being casted by MindoVK, so big shout out to MindoVK. Let's see where they are. As they are in game 2. Yeah, they're in game number 2. And who is leading the series here? I'm trying to squint. There's an ad playing. I think it's UD Soldier. Yeah. I think UD Soldier, he is leading the series 1-0. And they're locked in game 2. Again, UD Soldier came close. UD Soldier, Nick Racked, Milky Cow, they all were quite close with each other. Very close matches, very close standings, very close scoreline. And with that, I should also direct you there as well. Of course, for those who do not know, this event is a monthly tournament, Fire Grow Cup, and it is focused around the CIS region and CIS players from all around to compete in this. And yeah, with that, it is organized and funded by MinoVK. MinoVK, he organizes it himself, he funds it himself, does get help by the rest of the community when it comes to organizing, casting, and adminning, of course, but he does do a lot of legwork himself, and he's casting over on his own channel. So do check out, do support MinoVK. Great guy. He's a great guy. And he's been doing a lot more casting and a lot more content creation recently as well. So much love here to MinoVK, as he is allowing us to cast in English as well. So big shout out to MinoVK. Otherwise, GG, well played. And we may as well have a look at those final standings as well. Here we go. Yeah, it is locked in. Wayne, YoungYakov, and Milky Cow, as we did mention. And we will soon have the playoff brackets seeded, so we're still waiting for that. As you can see here, we have our trio of Protoss players. They made it out of Group A, Shameless, Strange, and Power. If you missed out on Group A, I do recommend checking out the VODs. We casted that yesterday, and of course, we just wrapped up Group B today, and tomorrow is the playoffs. Tomorrow's going to be the playoffs. What do we have? We have 3 Protoss, 2 Zergs, and 1 Terran in that top 8. Sorry, in that top 6. And we will be casting each round at the same time. That is the plan. So we're going to be casting one of the quarterfinals, and then I believe both of the semis, and then the grand finals. That is going to be the plan. So 1 quarterfinals each at the same time, then into semis, then into grand finals thereafter. The question becomes, which match should we start with? We can decide here and now. Once the playoff bracket gets updated, I believe, if I quickly double check here, I believe Power is going to go up against YoungYakov and Strange against Milky Cow, if I recall correctly. Okay. Who do we want to cover? Now, I was unable to cover any of Milky Cow's Terran versus Protoss matchups, so I'm tempted to jump onto Strange versus Milky Cow. When it comes to YoungYakov versus Power, he was heavily reliant here. He did perform very well in day number 1, and Power, he did have a tied scoreline against Nikic. He was able to take down Replicant as well, had a tied scoreline against Shameless. That's a good question. I mean, personally, I do think that YoungYakov versus Power is going to be a little bit more one-sided. Maybe I'm not giving Power enough credit. In my mind, at least, I do think that Milky Cow versus Strange is going to be a closer matchup, assuming that that's the matchup that's ahead of us here. So we will wait for that to be eventually finalized. So if it is going to be Strange versus Milky Cow, that is kind of what I'm leaning towards. And that would lead into, I mean, we're going to be covering both semifinals anyway, right? We'll be covering both semis. And again, that's going to be tomorrow. It is going to be tomorrow. Just catching up with the bracket. Losing 2 workers is a lot. That early on, yes. So winding it back a little bit here, if you're curious, Mac Playmore. When it comes to early pool openers and 12 pools and things of that nature, because the drone count is so low that early on in the game, that means that worker losses matter that much more, especially in a mirror matchup. Just because you have the same tools as your opponent and typically a similar worker count as your opponent as well. So against a pool first opener, you should not be losing anything. At this level of play, you should not be losing any drones. Losing 1 is brutal. Losing 2, it is quite a lot, actually. It's quite a lot. So that's why, especially like the early game can be really, really intense, especially in ZvZ, for example, when we go for these early pool builds. But again, like in a longer game state, like 2 drone kills is more negligible, 100%, right? 100% it is more negligible and is more sustainable. But early on in the game, like they matter that much more. Just because you have that much less to work with. otherwise, here we go. Otherwise, we're just waiting for the final results coming in. We're waiting for it. And yes, we have, okay, we have confirmation. We have the final results. We have the final bracket. Whew, okay, it's over on Challenge. So we have YoungYakov versus Power and Strange versus Milky Cow. Okay, so we have confirmation of the initial round one. So I stand by what I said before. I do think personally that maybe YoungYakov versus Power is going to be a little bit more one-sided, and I do think that Strange and Milky Cow is going to be a little bit closer. So I'm leaning towards Strange and Milky Cow, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can be swayed otherwise. But that most likely is going to be our starting match tomorrow. We can pick and choose which one we want. So most likely Strange and Milky Cow, and then we'll be covering both semifinals featuring Shameless and Wayne, then into the grand finals thereafter. So again, we've reached the upper echelons of the Fire Cup, and again, this is all going to be casted tomorrow after Masters Coliseum. So just like today we had two broadcasts. We had Masters Coliseum into Fire Cup. Tomorrow, same thing, Masters Coliseum into Fire Cup thereafter as well. Oh, so a very intense day of StarCraft. Fun fact as well, right after I finished casting Fire Cup, I gotta go. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, right? Am I crazy? Oh, by the time I finish casting Fire Cup, it is Christmas Eve. Or getting into Christmas Eve, I should emphasize. So once we wrap that up, yeah, I do have to pack up. I have to pack. I have to get ready, and I have to start my travels across the outback to go and meet up with some family for Christmas. So again, just a bit of a PSA, we will not be live Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Those are the 2 days that we will not be live here this year, or this month, just as a heads up. Is unfortunate. I was very tempted to maybe like pre-record something, like pre-record a cast, and like maybe like try to run that or something instead, but nah, we'll just take some days off instead. So happy holidays, hope you guys enjoy your end of year, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. Hope you have a great time and hope you enjoy yourselves. Unfortunately, we won't be there live for you. We will be live during New Year's, but not quite during Christmas, unfortunately. So yeah, there's 2 days that we'll be away. It's going to be quite a trek as well. It's like I want to say it's like an 8-hour drive. So an 8-hour drive to go meet up with the fam. It's right after casting as well. So it's gonna be quite a day. Let me tell you, it's going to be quite a day, but it's going to be amazing, I'm sure. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Again, big shout out to MiddleVK, big shout out to Hatsu as well. Shout out to all those behind the scenes that make this event happen. Shout out to the players, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for some more Fire Cup. Otherwise, if you want to tune into some more CranKy Duckling action, you can follow us on all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. We do stream on all the platforms at once. For those who do not know, we stream on YouTube, on Twitch, we stream on TikTok, on Facebook as well. We stream all over the place, so you can find us on your preferred platforms. You can all coalesce in our Discord server, of course, and also VODs are available on YouTube immediately. VODs, YouTube is the place to be for that. So you can embrace some of the content that you otherwise miss live. If you want to tune in to like Group A of Fire Cup or Day 1 of Masters Coliseum, then check out the YouTube. Also, if you missed out, yesterday we had an 8-hour cast covering all of Lima League. We spent 8 hours casting Lima League, so check that out as well if you wish. Lima League was a lot of fun, a lot of really high quality gameplay. Again, yesterday we had 15 hours of casting. It was 8 hours of Lima League, and then 4 hours of Fire Cup, and then I think 3 hours of the MC show match. Oh, also, yeah, we casted an MC show match. MC, aka Minchul, MC, the boss toss himself. We did cast a show match featuring him yesterday. I said a couple of days ago. Yesterday, and I'm so tired. we did feature him in a show match against the Latin American community, against Latino America, papi. It was beautiful, it was amazing, it was a lot of fun. We also had an interview afterwards as well, so MC was able to give us some insights as to his thoughts on the state of the game, and some of his history as well. It was a lot of fun to hear him. It was very MC answers as well, like really the showmanship was real. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So I do recommend it. Do recommend checking out the VODs. Again, they're on Twitch. They're on YouTube as well. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate the support. I most likely, it's 6 a.m. here in Australia. Fun fact, I was tempted to have a ladder session. I was tempted. I don't think I have the mental capacity to ladder right now, but I should stay up. As I just mentioned, I'm going to be casting at this time tomorrow anyway, so I don't want to ruin my sleep schedule. If I go sleep too soon, then I'm going to wake up too early, and then I'm going to be tired by the time I cast tomorrow. So I am going to force myself to stay awake for like at least another 4 hours. At least 4, maybe, ideally 6 hours. Yeah, ideally I want to stay awake for another 6 hours. But I don't think I have, I don't think I feel like if I tried to ladder right now and tried to ladder stream, I feel like the MMR would tank, but it would tank like crazy. Also, I should rest my voice as well, so I'll probably chill. Maybe just work on some VODs and work on some social media stuff and just work on the CranKy Ducklings in another capacity. Yeah, I guess that'll be the plan. I was tempted to ladder, but it probably isn't a good idea. Next time. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Just catching up in the chat as well. Just want to catch up. Are you driving Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve Eve? Christmas Eve. Because technically Fire Grow Cup is on the 24th here. Fire Grow Cup is like at 2 a.m. on the 24th. Say Christmas Eve. Fire Grow Cup is... Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Stick around, we're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. And who do we raid? Who do we send everyone over to? Who is live at the moment? There's Coconut Games, there's Dave Tester, there's Showtime. Bratok as well. Let's go. Who else is live? Bratok. I mean, considering Dave just came back to Twitch, he just got unbanned. May as well give him some love. Yeah, give Dave some love. Give him some love. But now we're gonna head off, and we'll see you guys next time. Again, tempted to let head out. We're good. was tempted. Hold on. Am I getting my dates mixed up? No, you're right. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Yeah. I need to find out when I'm leaving. Awake harder. I wish you safe travels, but everyone knows Light is the Outback's apex ramen predator. Oh, no. But yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Again, give Dave some love as he did recently come back. He came back to Twitch, and we'll see you guys next time. Until then, our next stream is going to be tomorrow, or I should also emphasize that as well. Our next stream is going to be tomorrow, is going to be Masters Coliseum. So we'll see you for Masters Coliseum, and we'll see you for Fire Grow Cup as well. Until then, thanks for watching. Until next time, ciao, papi, ciao. Until next time.